Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. My name is Monarch, and we're returning to Duel Masochist. This one's a little bit out of the normal times that I do stream, but I just thought that since I didn't get it done yesterday, I'd actually quite like to continue the Dice Rallies event, see if we could just, power through it for like the gems that are available, maybe get some wins on the way, And let's check out this little thing. Okay, so it seems like the Yugioh kind of card guesser that's online has become a thing now. So we're looking at a warrior. I guess, should we do Armageddon Knight? Okay. I really like these, but I don't really, oh, it doesn't tell you higher or lower for the attack. Ooh, that's gonna be painful. And it's an effect warrior. It's not dark. So the other really common type is fire. Let's confirm this one. No matching properties. Oh. I guess I could use one hint. Come on then. It's an earth, okay. In that case, maybe I'll try the combat star stuff. Nope. It's an effect. Star. We're looking at effect warrior. The level wasn't right, it's not a 4. That's the enough one. Those are both different stats from what's its face. So let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. Attribute. Oh wow. 2500 attack, earth effect, warrior, parry knight? How much? No, parry knight has, oh, it's narrowed it down for me. I mean, this feels like it's a little too... I don't know, this feels a little different to the online one. It feels a lot easier. You have 1, 2 Earth Warriors. It's going to be one of these two. Defense 1800. There we go. So it takes all 3 hints, but okay, I can manage to get 1 using this thing. I will say the one online is a lot easier because it actually tells you higher or lower. Gives you legacy pack tickets and gems. Yeah, but I don't have any attempts. How do you earn attempts? Details, event info. So... initial hint, bonus hints, rewards, attempts, challenge period. Once per day the first time you log in. Right. Okay, so I don't have any more hints until any more guesses until tomorrow. It was just a nice little bit to earn some tickets, I guess, and some gems. Anyway, let's get back to where we were at. We are at the wait, what? We're on the 26th. Does it... What do you mean it's ended? It hasn't ended just yet. It's supposed to end at, like... Oh. So we're not continuing with the dice rally then. Huh. I guess that's, famous first words, I guess. I was fully expecting to do some dice rally today, and that does not seem to be the case. And when does that duel trial start? (28th/01). I might not be playing during that time. No, I am playing on the 28th, so there's a chance. But I don't think that's probably anything we'd be looking to do at that point anyway. Well, I can delete this then. Because I don't think there's anything different between that deck and the regular one. We've got a zombie deck that's work in progress. Was there anything else that we wanted to build? Because this feels like a good enough time to just kind of, like, maybe build up a deck, you know? I haven't managed to do anything with this one yet, but that's because I haven't added staples, I haven't done test hands, tested it against any, like, player or bot. It's just kind of here. Like, we don't... What do we not have? So we don't have Fenrir, Ogre, or Kashtira Field Spell, for example. We don't have our staple traps. There's plenty that we're missing from this one. And the question is, do I think it's even worth running in the first place? What does 5 sample cards look like? You get Ghost, Shadow, Crimson, Reborn, Guardian. Send a vampire from your hand or face or field to the grave at a level 4, and if you do send a level 2 or lower, that doesn't have an inherent way to bring itself into the field. What is that one? Okay, so that feels like it's a little bit weird. You can add a level 4 or higher, which maybe you'd add Scourge, and you'd send a level 2 or lower, which is always going to be familiar, but we don't have a way to search for a spell trap. I guess that's what's really keeping the vampire deck, like, holding back, like the lack of domain and desire easy access, because we don't have the other familiar. Also, it's just, you know, it's kind of vampires. It's not the most fast-paced of decks. We got some neat stuff from the event when we did it. Oh, right. That's an update for the pacifist deck, probably. What are we putting in here at the moment? Mr. Boy? Yeah. So we drop that for that, because that gives us a higher attack water monster than Mr. Boy. It allows us to make a Link 3 by itself, and then as long as we have one other, it basically makes it easier to get to Zeraboros. So that feels pretty good. We can save that change. What did we get? A couple things. card scanner doesn't feel like it's too impactful. The field barrier is like fine for this deck, but in theory you just want to get C-Still, which is going to be a bit more reliable. And you don't, like, because this one counts as Umi, it's not protected by field barrier, so field barrier isn't always going to be as applicable. There it is, Royal Red Dystopia. Not something we can really summon in anything, I don't think. Question is, what are we playing for the ladder? I think we just play the cyber good stuff going second, but I'm not particularly sure, in all honesty. Let's give it a go. And see what this can do for us. It worked well enough in the dice rally. Surely it's just going to work well on ladder as well. Cat is faked out in the corridor. Once again, it's a pretty warm day. I wanted to do this now so I could kind of like get it out of the way and maybe just chill downstairs so that when it does come to time to sleep, I can actually sleep easily enough. Hope everyone else is cool enough and having a good time. End phase. I mean, they are 100% on a competent deck and they just do not want to play into a going second board. Which, in this case, is not a lot. But, sure. Everything becomes machine. Summon a guy. Punch you for a quarter of your life. We chose second and we put the Fear of God in them. The thing is, I think if we leave the coin toss to chance, then, what is it? If we leave it to chance, I'm pretty certain that there's an equal chance of us going first or second, which is not what we want. Okay, so we're going to normal summon. Attempt to search for a card, apparently. Ash Blossom, that's okay. We're going to draw 2 cards. Yeah, we're going to draw 2 cards. That is a neat draw. And we're going to use you and you. We're then going to do Cyber Repair Plan. Get ourselves a Light Machine from deck to hand. And I think the way we can actually just do this is exactly you. Because what that allows us to do is pitch Yamataco, summon itself, 53. Sea Serpent, right. You make mistakes sometimes, it's fine. Oh, it takes the whole field, but I could do that. That's mildly funny. What's your conditions? Fusion summon by shuffling. Field banished. Right, so I can't use that, but they don't know that. And apparently that's all she wrote. I guess they must have rigged. Duel Pass. Yeah, I should probably look at the Duel Pass, really. Just to check what our rewards for it are. Pre-standard Shark Deck. Water Xyz, Send a Fish. Spell card. Tiger Water. Everything just requires waters, so yeah, I think they just bricked. Must have done. Because I don't see anything that's really stopping them. So if I take a look at my Duel Pass, not that I'm going to claim the rewards here, what's my 50? My 50 is an icon. Of course it is. Right, well, we're back on the regular ladder, which does mean that we get 2 Master Packs. But first, we can open 10 Legacy tickets. Because these are the accumulation of the Dice Rally event. Right, surely something good. Extra copy of Unexpected Die. Ceasefire is good for burn. That's pretty awful. The Power Giant's decent. We've already got one of it and we're not playing it. But I think that's kind of it. Yep, not a lot to say about those. Which is kind of the standard. So, here's what it is. We've got this stream and one more to get whatever rooms we can in Platinum. I don't think we're going to rank up into Diamond. There's a chance we could, but I don't think it's going to happen. Right. Okay, nothing from there, really. I like the Great Noodle inversion, but it's not a great card. We get a shiny from this one, though. Right, let's start with the other ones. Right, Toon is one of the best Toon cards. More Dolce, but we kind of need a lot more of them. Branded Fusion, you say? Now that there is a card pull. I think we should probably, just maybe, have a quick look at what we actually have to use with Branded Fusion. Because I don't think we have Albaz. Field Brave, Field Brave. Yep, and where is actual Albaz? It is only a super rare. But of course we don't have it. Mentions form of Albaz as material. Hand, deck, or field. So, in theory, I could use this with like something that is, what is it? Uses replacement material. Like, I don't think I know it with you. Yeah, you just get the material. But like, the King of the Swamp. Right, so we have the Sago who we can use, we have the Shadol Core, we have, you know, the Sealed Fusions, we have the Mystical Sheep, we have, of course, Muddy Mud Dragon, who I always forget. So we got a couple of options, but it doesn't really give us anything just yet. Also, 4th Noodle inversion. Good to know. Cannot be special zoned. Target set, destroy it. Wow. Okay, I guess on with the next tool. Keep it rolling, keep it going. I know this is unlikely to draw a big audience at time of broadcast because here it's like midday. But it's a good 5 and a bit hours earlier than I tend to start streaming. opening hand. Love to see it. We've resolved it once. So, you know, it works some of the time. Primate Spell Trap. I don't think we wanted them to really go first. But our deck is very much go second. We have a Drill Beam to contend with, so I could Cosmic Drill Beam. Or I can Cosmic the True Life. We'll have to see just how far they actually go. Because if they play this right, this is just full Blue Eyes combo. I think I've already more or less said how the week's gone, but yeah, like, it's been okay. It's been a decent time. Yesterday's Night Rain stream was very enjoyable, even if not a lot of real stakes happened during it. It was nice to kind of like chill and play some lower stuff before the high end. Sage with Eyes of Blue. No, not Sage with Eyes of Blue. Spirit. Spirit White Eyes of Blue. Yeah. I can just about read that. Spirit with Eyes of Blue. There we go. But yeah, I think they have most, if not full, combo here. I guess one difference between yesterday and today is that I've had some chocolate snacks already, because they are half melted in the moderate and temperate climate of Great Britain. Oh no. They're going for Magia. Can't do Magia. Did you at some point get a Chaos Axe in rotation? I haven't seen Chaos Axe come into rotation just yet, but that's no reason to say they won't get one. Oh, that's how you do it. You add a Blue Eyes monster, and then that adds Chaos Axe, right? Yeah, well, that's Chaos Axe. Well, we are, you know, playing the deck true to form. You go second, and you'll win or lose based on that. First one was pretty easy. They apparently just bricked. Second one, not so much. But did we really lose the coin toss this time? Opponent is choosing. That could mean anything. It could even mean we're going second. And we'll look forward to when this heat wave is over. Tomorrow I've got to be back at work, and I definitely am not looking forward to that. For although the temperature is supposed to be like a good 4 or 5 degrees cooler, it's still going to be pretty harsh. They are very much telegraphing what they play, you know? Cannot fault them for that. Right, so the obvious thing is you get rid of Lair of Darkness in this deck. If no one knows about Lair of Darkness, you get rid of the field spell. You can destroy the spell. That is not the same as negating the spell. But just in case, we're going to use our Gyro system to send a Therian from the deck. This works against continuous spells. So we're going to send Foom on the off chance. I could make a 7 in this case. let's take control of one monster. That goes through. Thanks for the card. Normal summon. Special summon for... Nope, okay, doesn't matter. Not up against a particularly strong deck. Are they on just like reactors as a deck? Trying to make it playable? No, it does seem to be Lair of Darkness. I don't know. There's a reason you should be playing the reactor. This looks a little bit of a mess. Yeah, there's definitely better deck construction going on, you know, elsewhere. Oh well, win's a win. Next couple of packs, right? And next 10 legacy tickets. Like, we got all these things and they could be like so good and so impactful. We're opening them all up at the same time. And you just see that there's the odd new card here or there. And they're not particularly fantastic, the ones you do get. More copies of like Soul Levy is fine, but I think we already have our max number of copies for it. And going back to stun, it's not a particularly fun playstyle, because then we can lose the coin toss in 2 ways. Let's see. Okay, and... oh, okay, Gare. That's a pretty decent card. It's not the best thing ever, but on the other hand, it is unable to be targeted and always, like, at least ties in battle. And then if you're attacking, it gets better. The only problem is your opponent has to destroy a card you control by card effect. So the trigger is sometimes a little iffy. What about the super rare? It is new. It has not fallen about that. KOTOR Christmas summon from your hand or extra deck. You can type 1 at a Cyberse with the same attribute. Okay. I don't think we will be playing that card. Surprise, surprise. But it's there. We have a couple of Code Talkers, and Code Talker does go with Agnista, but I don't think we have enough to make that somewhat playable. What we do have is one more win to rank up, which it'd be neat if we did. That makes the next streams easier. Okay, we lost the coin toss, but did we really? Hello, Mr. M Gaming. Welcome. Hope you're having a good one and a fun time. We're doing today's stream, well, we're doing yesterday's stream now, basically. That's the way I should be putting it. Dice Rally apparently ended, like, I guess midnight or something like that. No, that is not much of a hand. Okay, can I draw anything to capitalize on this? Not really. I'm going to keep it fairly low. We're just going to run out this. Gravekeeper. Okay. That is, I can pretty safely say, not what I was expecting. Okay. Okay, and they now control Necro Valley. So this deck that I'm going against is more or less stun this time. But we do have Raigeki. We do have a Kaiju. That is a fusion monster. I don't know if the fusion monster can be destroyed by things, but worst case, Kaiju Raigeki does it. I'm sorry, what did you... oh, okay. I thought I saw a completely different card. Welcome, Unsolved Mysteries. How do? Okay. I mean, yeah, I think I just Raigeki them. Clear the monsters on field. I would not be particularly surprised if they have, like, Solemn's face down. But that's just the reality you have to live with. Necro Valley, yeah. Can't be banished, negate any card that would move. Okay. Cyber Load Fusion. I'm getting all the Cyber Dragon things without all the Cyber Dragon things. A little bit warm, but I'm doing okay, really. Okay, that's fine. You get to activate Necro Valley, but they do all still die. No, you don't. Alright. Well, I'm giving you a small monster. And I'm going to set 1, then set 2. Yeah, I got the day off from work, which is very nice, as it turns out, because I cannot imagine actually going to work in this heat. That sounds like it's going to be miserable. And tomorrow doesn't seem like it's going to be too much better either. But, hey-ho. Time goes on. And we'll get there. We'll get to tomorrow when we get to tomorrow. For the moment, I'm trying to keep relatively. Pajamas have been the main form of clothing. And then when that's not been sufficient, it's just in boxes. That is pretty fucking rough. Can I get a Cyber Dragon? I've got 11 of them in the deck. How many do I have? 4? No, I have 10 of them in the deck. Alright, you do need a Gravekeeper. You don't have a Gravekeeper. Okay. Again, like, Cyber Dragon would be great hit. Any of them. That is a Cyber Dragon. Although I think in this case, I'm just going to do this so I can link 1 for Anima and then steal it, basically. That feels like that's going to be the better play. Okay, that worked. And then we can add a Light Machine from deck to hand. And I guess I want to add Core in this case, because that gets me another search and will allow me to deck them. And there we go. Okay, we've started to turn it again. We've got a Destroy for 1. And that's it at the moment. I guess, yeah, I could destroy Necro Valley. But they would just be able to activate it again. Ooh, don't mind if I do. And it resolves, or at least it makes it to the main phase. And that should be just game. Very simply. I love it when the one-off that I put in the deck actually shows up as a drawn card for turn, rather than just in the opening hand, you know? Because that's only the second time we've resolved it. Every other time we've just seen it in the opening hand, which has not been great. It's been a free discard, but it's not been great. And that is a rank up. So hey, we made it to Plat 4 today. Not you, you. So yeah, it is just a Gravekeeper, which still feels like it's missing some good cards from this. At Necro Valley, where is the... There's a guy who's just unaffected. Like, if I look up Necro Valley, there is a monster who is just, like, unaffected while Necro Valley's on the field. It might be this guy. Yeah, who is an 1800 beat stick. And so, given that your main condition is get Necro Valley, I think you would be on that guy. On the other hand, I guess you've made it into Platinum with Necro Valley, so maybe you've been doing something right. Once again, let's open up another 10 Legacy Pack tickets. Let's see. Yeah. Now, once again, we could get something great here. We're opening up a whole 10 tickets at the same time. Or we could get Photon Caesar, I think is the best guy. He gets Photon Caesar from hand or deck, so it's basically a rank 8 on summon. Excluding special summon, but like, it is a rank 8 on summon. On the other hand, you can see that mysterious word above the top left of it, which means it doesn't do that. Card only works in duplicates, and we have one. Right. What about the mass pack? Surely those could give us something slightly better. Okay, we got a What? Draw hand, which we've already got. Mongu. Advances lose 500. Okay. And score a smashing. Okay. What about the shinies? Hectress. Not a royal. Adds Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. I'm not even sure if we have that. Gaga Gaga Girl. Nope, I missed one GA off that syllable. So it would search for an Xyz card. No, it wouldn't, because I would need to be playing a specific main deck monster. And we aren't summoning a Utopic Future with it, because we aren't really turboing out rank 4s. Such is Life. Was that the first one? I feel like that was the first one. Let me just check real quick. I wish to maintain integrity in this challenge, you know. No allocations of cheating. Okay, that was, in fact, the first pack. One more master pack. The heat isn't doing anything to my memory, I swear. Right. Anything... Okay, we got another ultra rare. We're doing pretty well so far this stream with, like, high rarity cards coming. But, the actual ability to use these cards, that's a slightly different matter. Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. When a spell trap, monster effect, or you control an Xyz, negate, attach to, then destroy a card on the field. This is a really good counter. Banish this, target an Xyz, attach a light. Yeah, that second effect isn't useful, but that first effect... We got a Fright Fur. It has 2 specific materials. And it does become a big beat stick over time. The question is, do we have those specific materials? And even if we do we have a good way to make it? Oh, something you guys both missed, by the way. If I go to the deck list for a sec... We pulled a decent ultra rare earlier. We pulled a branded fusion today. Which is, as far as fusion spells go, the fucking nuts, you know? This is fantastic. This is a monumental pull, with the exception of one thing. We don't actually have Fallen of Albaz. We have cards which are similar to Fallen of Albaz, but we kind of need to get them into rotation first. And I don't really know how we do that, honestly. It seems like we'd be using Branded and High Spirits at the same time. So we got a dragon, so I'd have to be sending a dragon from the extra deck to the grave that has 2500 attack or defense from the extra deck. That requires a Despia, you're a Bestial, and you're Albaz the Ashened. And that adds one from grave, so I think the only way we'd actually be doing it is Branded and High Spirits to get one into rotation, which is a little bit awful. But anyway, what I was supposed to be checking, Bear. We have Bear, we do not have Sabers, which means we would have to find an alternative fusion material, which this is, right? Yeah. This one can be used as a substitute for any other Fright Fur. Do we have... Okay, so we don't have Fright Fur Fusion. Do we have another card that does Fusion Summons? That's a Counter Trap. I don't think we have another way to Fusion Summon a Banish Polymerization or a Fusion Spell. Fusion Summon a Fright Fur. So Fright Fur Factory technically does it, but I don't think we have other ways. Yeah, unless any of these cards Fusion Summon. Do you Fusion Summon? No. So far it doesn't look like it's going to happen. During a main phase you can special summon, since the great battle fusion material, since the great battle fusion material, normal special summoned. This adds poly. Yeah. Or you can pay 500 life using monsters from your hand or field. That does work, but I don't think it's enough to build around. Right. So let me just pop back into the ladder. And if you guys give me a minute, I'll be right back. Just need to know. We return, so let's drop that, put that back on, and off we go into the next one. Back into the fray, as it were. I know this deck hasn't really performed that well. We've basically had our opponents surrender for our wins. That is not what I wanted to happen. Oh damn, that is not a going first hand. I think I just pass. If they kill me, they kill me. There's not a lot I can do with this hand. I could set the Mirage Dragon, but that's pretty much it. The draw might give us something impactful. Cyber Dragon on its own is fine. Like Cyber Dragon Raigeki Reborn is a pretty decent hand. But double Sidra And the fact that, like, Chaos Mirage Dragon doesn't really synchro with Sidra, we don't have 9s that we can make. We have 8s, 7s, 10s, and we have a 12. But, no. 9s do not happen. Okay, so you made me go first, you're using the Magician Soul's draw engine. It is Sky Striker, but you're just playing Magician Souls as a draw engine, because reasons. End turn. I mean, I can do something against that, it's not like fantastic, but I can. That looks into machines. Do I have machine synchros? I do. Machine synchro, singular. So we special Sidra. I effective Nashta, discard Sidra, summon Sidra, summon Sidra. I could Raigeki Reborn, which doesn't give me much. It gives me access to like a 6. No, it doesn't, because I'm locked into machines. So I think we just go battle, poke for 2, and then poke for 4/2. Need thinking on it though. Do I have anything for main 2? Can't make this because I need 3. Yeah. If I die from this position, I die from this position, you know. Whoever blinks first, you know. It's sometimes the way that the game is played. They've already put a couple spells in grave. There is the Raigeki, okay. We've still got Raigeki Reborn ourselves, although our damage is just slightly under what is needed. That is a pain. Okay, so let's do Reborn. For... oh, that should do it, actually. Sorry, bring this back, which then brings back Sidra. Imperm, okay. I can not cut the full amount of their life. I can put, like, up some more attack points still. Having a second Mirage Dragon in backup is nice. What can I make here? Anima and... yeah, Anima and Haggard. So we go battle, attack in. It's only 200, and it's only 16, so you'll probably take the both of them, even if you had something to respond. Right. So if they don't stick a monster or stick a way to block an attack, we win the game right here. On the other hand, if, because it is Sky Striker, well, this has to do something then. Draw a card. It did not, in fact, do anything. So, battle phase, kill. You can steal it. Yes. That is very unfortunate. Blue Eyes. I mean, if you want to banish everything for Blue Eyes, I will 100% let you do that, because it only gets you, what? It doesn't get you all the damage you need. I have 18 blocking. It puts you 9 up. If you're on 3 Blue Eyes. You're on 3 Blue Eyes, yeah. So that doesn't kill me. And I can just literally Cyber Dragon Raigeki in that game. 28. 52. Yeah. So we live. It's close, but we live. And you can't do anything for the rest of the turn, so it's just summon Hydra. Although this is far more funny. So I've got to do it. Clockwork 9. Summon Hydra. Special summon. Because this does technically still leave our normal summon if they have, like, you know, a death trap. Big monster, thanks for the contact fusion. Okay, so I'm not actually sure that was Sky Strike, I think it was just Blue Eyes Turbo. I can't say I've seen that spell in a hot minute, but it's funny. Yeah, it's effectively Blue Eyes, really. They have Sky Striker cards in here, so they can do Sky Striker plays. But it's just try and OTK the opponent. Oh wait, does that count? Chaos or Blacklist Assault or Ritual Monster, yeah, that counts. So that's why you're playing the draw package. There are vastly better built decks, but certainly a deck. Well, 2 packs is 2 packs, and 10 packs of Legacy tickets is 10 packs of Legacy tickets. We're almost running out of them. We've got a Law Queen, which requires the previous versions for it to gain its effects. Thunder Seahorse. Discard, add 2 level 4 Light Thunders with the same name, 1600 or less. So, it's a what card, really? I think that's like our best application for it, and I'm not even sure that we could do anything with it then. The rest of these cards are not really doing anything, so it is just back onto the master packs, as per the usual. Feel free to make predictions about the shiny ultra rare, which of course will be of consequence, as all of our ultra rares have been today. Okay, should just be the one. Magnet Force, Theorealize, which is a Medius card. X-Saber, that's generic fairy. Tribute 3 fairies, set a continuous spell, send it to the grave. Send to the graveyard by a card effect, special it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So, I could run this in Generator, but, like, it's a little difficult. I don't know how I'd be sending it to the grave by a card effect at the moment in Generator. Yeah, I don't really know what I'd do with it. Gravity Balance, you say? G-Golem. Target 2 Earth monsters with the same names that are banished during your graveyard. Special both in defense. Change their attack defense to 0, destroy them during the end phase. If a G-Golem would be destroyed, banish this. So it's a reborn for 2 Earths with the same name, graveyard, or banish. I don't know the last deck that I had that really played multiple of the same name Earth monsters. Maybe someone else can let me know, but I can't think of it right now. Amazement card, Raid Raptor, Cyber End, which is technically summonable. Force Strix, which, you know, it's summonable, but we need 1,000 cards to get that to work. What do you do again? Divine Beast, specifically, yeah. Right. Well, once again, very impactful, you know, Master Pack pulls. So we're just going to keep going with the ladder. I do like the little guessing game that they've added for a week it'd be a lot more interesting if that was a mainstay of the game. Just like a weekly or like a daily quiz that you can do. It would also be more interesting if they implemented some of the, what would you say, some of the online features, because the online one has like higher or lower for the level and the attack and defense. Otherwise, the functionality is the same, and I quite like it for that. Also, another hand where we start with Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, in hand. But we do have Clockwork Knight, Double Sidra, and a Cyber Repair Plan. Which means... I was about to say in theory that means that we can just contact fuse, but on the other hand, with that being their icon, and the fact that I have seen this ball once before, I would not be surprised if I am about to be effectively turn skipped. Because I think the Wicked Avatar is not a heinously designed card. You need to be able to tribute 3 monsters to normal summon it from your hand, basically. So it takes up your normal, takes 3 monsters, and you've got to hard draw it. There aren't really ways to search it easily, conventionally. On the other hand, Tearlament is a pile of bullshit that can allow you to do just about anything. So there is a decent chance that they get to it and screw me over, because I only need to activate 1 spell, but if the Wicked Avatar is successfully summoned, not interrupted or anything, then I can't activate spells or traps for 2 turns, and monsters ain't gonna cut it against a non-machine board, let me tell you. I've got Core, which can search me for a spell. I've got Cyber Dragon, which just summons itself, which can, you know, by themselves, that makes Haggard. And that's about it. Given the fact that I can't actually activate spell traps, there is no contact fusion. Even if I search for the actual in-archetype fusion, there's no legitimate fusion. There's no banish from grave to destroy cards. And we have a dead card in hand with the Rank Up Magic. But, that is all a long way off yet. Tearlament takes a while to do combo. So, in the meantime, we can talk about many very interesting things, like how do people enjoy the Dice Rally event? And what do people think about the upcoming, yeah, there you go, there's a rollback. What do people think about the upcoming 0.1% usage event? Yep, and you're playing Cash Tier and Fiendsmith in this. I guess to be fair, Tier Cash is in this. Oh no, you actually just milled Unicorn. Okay. But yeah, I think the 0.1 event, or 0.01% usage event, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's niche. It's interesting. And as for the Dice Rally, I really enjoyed it, but yeah, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more on the main account if I'd managed to complete it in full, which I didn't. Just because I actually only really, like, I played through round 1 on the main, and then I just had other things to do, and basically played through the rest of what I could on Masochist. But I did find it fun. I think it'd be more interesting if there were more Royal Rare spaces, you know? Because there's only, like, 1 or 2. And then you have to land on an upgrade space for the rest of them. Which I don't think it's a problem that you can upgrade the rest of the rarities. I think it's just weird that, like, you know, there's so few, considering that the average card you get from the event is awful. Like, outside of the fact that I have it... Sorry, better way of putting it. If I wasn't on a Masochist deck, I don't think I'd use a single card I got from the Dice Rally at the start of the duel, right? Like, maybe Level Eater, but I don't get to keep that one because it was a banned card, and that they decided that that's not how this works. Which I think is also an issue. Like, you should be able to keep the banned card, because they do those effects events every so often where you can, you know, play retro formats using, you know, cards that were once banned, you otherwise have to craft them for it. Which is the obvious reason why they don't let you keep them, because then you have to craft them later, and it's normally ultra rare or super rare dust, which is hard to get a hold of. Yeah, I really do like the little guessing thing. I hope they make it a mainstay, and I hope they improve the functionality of it. It'd be nice if they did a little survey on it at the end of it. Because the online one feels doable, but is still really difficult. Is that way high? That's way high, isn't it? No, it's Pilgrim Reaper. I have they used the normal summon? Did they use the normal summon? Scream. That was just a normal summon. Okay, so they need an extra normal summon. They can't actually lock me with the ball. They can probably do a lot worse. Like, they can probably stop pretty much everything I do. But, it's not going to be ball. For what little comfort that is. But yeah, the online, I think it's called, like, Yugioh. Yugioh. Let's try and look it up. Yugioh. Yeah. Let me just pop this. So, you have 10 tries to find the card. The one that's in the Master Duel thing, you have 3 tries. Level rank link will count as level, which they do in Master Duel. Let's see, what else? For orange... Oh yeah, they give you, like... They basically give you more specifics on your ambiguity, right? For orange, like, the card type matches, but, like, you've got missing bits. Which means that, like, if you guess warrior, but it's a warrior union, that is a slightly different thing. And we're back to dueling. Yeah, ending the turn. Okay. Right. Oh, Cyber Dragon is in my graveyard. Add a white machine, target a white machine. We're gonna add. I guess that's a very good thing. Okay. So it depends on what the face downs are. It does depend on what the face downs are. Right. Because, okay, so they're going to banish all 3 Cyber Dragons. Yeah. Happens. Normal summon. I shouldn't have done that. Get overflow. These are face down, so I can't actually use them as fusion material. Oh wait. Yeah, no, okay. They can keep going, they can keep doing things. Keep bash off. No. So I can only use the hard ones. And they're just gonna keep going. The question is, when do they stop and what are these two? If I can activate a spell, just a spell, then I can contact fuse the board away. It won't be sent by a card effect. It won't be sent by a card effect. That will be sent to the graveyard. So Desiree would get to, like, basically just shuffle away the card. Okay. That's fine. What are you doing? You're gonna keep going. Now adding to hand instead of sending to the grave. Okay, so clockwork on. You gotta have something for this. They do not. It does mean that they get to put this guy back, but, you know. Well, put it in the grave, but that's fine. Set 1, set 2, that's gonna have to be the turn. I should have used Cyber Dragon for the special summon. And then used the other one for the normal summon. How many do I have? Let's just get rid of them. Oh wow. Only use. So I don't think I can activate the other one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, the game will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I can use the other one. Yeah, it's got a tick next to it, so I imagine I can't. Yeah, no. This would have to say you can only activate for that to work. Such specific Yu-Gi-Oh rulings. Which does mean we're probably dead. Because I think they can just fusion summon again from the grave. They can then, like, negate this during my turn, if they don't kill me this turn. Which it looks like they're going to try their very best. It says once a turn on the card. Yeah, but there's a difference between, like, negate the activation and negate the effect. And I was trying to remember if, like, negate the activation just... Oh, okay, so I'm not dead. Quick effect. Okay. Oh, they're going to get rid of the other one. Yeah, that's why they're not worried. I only had to. But yeah, like, if this was you can only activate once per turn, and they negate the activation, then I could use this copy. That's rough. Of course, you just draw the fucking Herald of Purple Light, though, right? Like, of course. Why would you draw any other card? Link to Spa. There goes the Clockwork Knight, I'd reckon. That's what makes sense. Yep, there goes the Clockwork Knight. And then I'm only on 600. Who plays the purple one? Exactly. Like, what do you mean they're, like, both on it and drew it? I can destroy 2 cards on the field. That's the best I can do. They didn't even normal summon. They could have killed. No, I can't win this one. Oh, that fucking sucks. I made a minor misplay. Not major, but I did make a minor misplay. Cat was meowing at me. I just have to clean up the list tray. I'll be right back. And return. Right. Because I am curious, they are playing the purple one. No one plays the purple one. So how many copies are you playing? Just the one. Couldn't have been any other card, you know? Like, honestly, the rest, like, I don't think I would have cared too much about most of the other draws. Like, Fenrir would have been pretty bad, but, like, you know what I mean. On the other hand, that does mean that their set cards were probably some kind of impactful, right? But they didn't have a Tearlament monster. They were probably hoping that... Well, that I didn't see that in the grave. I saw that one in the grave, so they could have set that and hoped that it was getting wiped, I guess. But yeah, I guess apparently Tearlaments plays the Purple Herald, which is knowledge. Although I don't think that's just Tearlament players, I think it's just them. Right, we're going second. Taking Pajama Top off, because I'm still starting to feel the heat. I mean, that is a go in second hand. It would do with, you know, some non-duplicate cards in it. Alternative things to special summon. Ay. I don't know what we do to Cool Tune. Like, completely honest. I can Kaiju one of their monsters, but I'm not sure if that does anything. You put Rotary in the grave. If sent to the graveyard, place one card from your opponent's graveyard on the bottom of the deck. Look at your opponent's hand. I guess, what are you doing? I can banish it from the grave, it's still going to do its effect. But they control the card so they can't Fua. Or, what is it? They can't Fua, they can't Cerulean. This gives me a feat stick on my side of the field. They get to see the rest of my hand anyway, so they would know this is there. This at the very least puts something into banishment. Gives me a guide that will then send something they control to the grave. I think their on-field effect is a quick effect field negate. Not that one. Target face-up card your opponent controls negate that effect. Cannot tie them with card effects, so I guess Loudness does get around it. But Loudness getting around it is not too much of an issue, that's just how it is then. I can send the Loudness still. How has everyone else been finding playing against Cool Tune? Because I can't say I like it very much, but is what is, I guess. There's always going to be a meta deck. Some of them different levels of annoying, different kinds of annoying. Not just set one. Do you... Oh, you added Clip to hand, right? If this card on the field, during opponent's main phase, if this card is in your hand... it's not a special summon, Synchro... I mean, I can Kaiju them, I'm just not sure if it's worth it. Oh wait, I should special summon to this, so... This would get me a search. Allows me to contact Fuse. That one allows me to get rid of the Jizakira. Okay, let's try this. It's a mandatory search and all that, but... Ash be Ash. Veiler. Surprise, surprise, Veiler is not what we wanted from that interaction. Okay, we gotta go into battle phase. Clear that one. Did I know that that's what they got? I do know that they added it to hand. Add a cool tune, synchro, except, okay. So yeah, the obvious issue here is that Yugioh is currently on the field, and not in the grave. At the very least, Hertz could have contact fused. I think that would have been worth it. Synchro for 5. RS. You've got a destroy for a monster. Okay. That sucks. I guess I leave it on my field and just let them get rid of it in their own time. Because I'll be able to send something they control to the grave, which means they won't be able to do quite as much damage. The obvious counterpoint to this is I'm probably just dead. And it does make sense that they play with Effect Veiler because it is, once again, a tuner that does a negate. It's just better than Imperm because you can synchro summon with it. You get one of the 3s and it makes the 4. And what are you doing? They're going plus a million, methinks. I'll say that that's something that's on a lot of new cards in, like, small power free plays. You used to do a fusion summon, and your fusion monster would get you the things. Now you fusion summon a fusion monster, your fusion monster gets you the thing, as do the materials, and probably the spell, honestly. What type are you all? Different. Someone got banished. No, you got put on the top of the deck. No, it got banished. Okay. When a card effect is activated in response to invoke card effect. Okay. Yep. I mean, I can still do this. I can banish whatever I want. Not that it's going to do a lot. And then you can use the Zalen to negate the first effect. Fun! On with the next one, I guess. Cool tune be cool tune. And we do need our deck probably to beat that one primarily. Although we're in Platinum, and in theory they should all be up in Diamond at this point, at the very least, you know? It is the meta deck. Don't like it. Grind like it. I really hate running into these in, you know, gold and platinum. Like, high platinum, I can, you know, they're on the way out. But running into them down in low platinum and in, like, high gold, it's just miserable. Like, you shouldn't be at this point. So, what can I... Fuck it. Activate that. Summon back Cipher. Peekaboo. Well, fuck you too. And that isn't negate, so I am locked into machines being special summoned. Nice healthy player on the opposite side, you know. Well, I currently control lights. My deck is now a light deck, not necessarily machines, but it is lights. Earth, Light Dragon, which would go up and need to get another 3 levels. Light Psychic, which needs another 2. Light Dragon, which needs another 1. I love this! Don't you? Fun games. Well, tactics isn't going to be useful. The Jizu... No. No, it wouldn't, because I can only control 1. And even though I'm trying to contact Fuse away, it just wouldn't. Oh. They left me the Jizukiro. It's not what I thought would happen. Oh, I can't even do it. I can't even use it simply because, what is it? They only control the 1 type. And even though I'm trying to tribute over that type, you know, they only control the 1 type. Yeah. Set, summon. So I can change this to defense. What does that then allow me? It would allow me to get Yamatako. I can only control the 1 attribute, which is really going to screw me over. I need... I can draw into DC cards, but what were my top 5? Raigeki? They're going to banish the Raigeki. Which gives me another Kaiju, which I can't use. And then it's another Chaos Mirage. Oh wow, all my Kaijus, all right at the top of the deck. Yeah, I can't summon another card to their field because they already control their kind of like their type. They've put their monster in the single wrong zone for me. I could summon this, not for much effect. I could summon this, not for much effect. I could summon this for some effect, but not enough effect. They control 1, so they're just going to stick on it. And if they're just going to stick on the 1 monster... I mean, if they're just going to stick on the 1 monster, I don't think I can actually do anything ever, right? What links do I have? Dark, Water, Dark. So, yeah, in this instance, they just banished the Eye. No, they're giving me Eye. Which means if they use one of their spell traps, I can out their 1 monster. But if I can out their 1 monster, they've surely got another waiting in the wings. What are my other cards? Another Jizukiro, Cyber Repair Plant, Cyber Dragon, Chaos. So, just set this one for a moment. Those are all face down banished. Like, I can't even if I wanted to, I couldn't tribute set this because it has 2 lower stats to be, you know, able to deal with the ogre. I need to be able to, like, put this on my field face up. Which is just not going to happen. The question is, I guess, do they get bored first? Cyber Repair Plan. So I get another Kaiju. Can't get the... I can't get the what's-its-face. the Cyber Dragon back, so I think I do just need to hold on to these. I've drawn into that, they banished that one. The next draw is Sidra, the draw after that is Perulia, the draw after that is Cosmic. I don't think I live for that long. And they aren't going to let me get the Cosmic. Sidra, Perulia, Cosmic, Clockwork, and... okay. So yeah, you just get rid of the stuff that's actually going to punish you. I think I just hold this for the moment. They're only sticking the one monster anyway, so let's just end turn. The next draw is Perulia, the one after that is Clockwork, which they're going to banish. The one after that is our Gyro System, which they're going to banish before I get to it. And even if I did get to it, it doesn't actually do anything for me. I am very much for stalling the inevitable. It'd be really funny if they banished the Perulia, though. Yeah, no. What were the other cards? Another Cosmic. No, another Clockwork. So, anyone read any good books lately? You see, that's a hand where I could tribute Sedge's Kiru, but unfortunately, it has the wrong stats. It cannot deal with Wakashira Ogre. There is a relatively decent chance, even if I got to a Clockwork Knight, it just wouldn't do anything. Yeah, they don't want me to have Jerusalem. So I get the Gyro, which means I can shuffle up the order of my deck. I can put Foom in the grave. You fucking with me? Really? You just have that. I could put my own monster in the Stone Trap Zone. They're tearing through my deck a lot faster than I can get through theirs. They probably have counter traps and things to see me off, but I have to do what I have to do. So, in theory, they get rid of Foom. If they don't, I'm in a moderately decent spot. No, I'm not. Why am I lying? I needed the top deck to actually set something, because otherwise I don't have a defensive card. So we set this. I'm gonna attempt to activate and resolve this one. Ash. Of course. You know, fuck you. Honestly. It's a really fun playstyle you got going there. I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Has devolved into a game about stopping your opponent, but, like, it's normally through interactions, and not just, like, well, what if you couldn't take actions? What if the real interaction was, do you want to get up and leave the fucking table? Because I don't like you. I don't actually like this game. It's a hand. We got a Kaiju, we got Raigeki, and we can contact fuse the Kaiju. And we're against 55 and 14. You interact, you use Ogre to get rid of your cards. You know what? Very true. I really missed that. You just run into them one after another, don't you? People who really enjoy the game who think that Yu-Gi-Oh is actually a really fun time, but the only proper way to experience it is to prevent your opponent from having the fun time. What's the machine? It's the big guy. If the big guy is the machine, then maybe I can do something, but probably not. Dart Ruler would have been a really good rip off the top. I mean, we've still got Raigeki, but it's just Raigeki. We don't have any cards in the graveyard, so that's not actually a threat. But they can make just a Rise Heart this second. They get the trap as well, so they've got the full setup. And the trap is able to summon one from Banished, but currently nothing is being banished. I think I leave the Goldrake. Oh, that's mildly funny. I don't think I can work out lethal. Can you get rid of Fenrir? I can leave that one for a minute. Banish your hand, yeah. So you haven't banished Fenrir. Okay. Summon our own. Then we go for normal summon Core. Core gets a Surge. Core does in fact get a Surge. We already have Cybernetic Overflow. I only have the one Cyber Dragon in rotation. Yeah, that's completely fine. You can banish one card face down from my extra deck, and you can banish one card from the top 5 of my own deck. You go for it. Banisher in hand. You've got an in-hand Kashtira. Is it another Fenrir? What are we looking at? Well, it's a good thing my opponent doesn't play the game optimally now, isn't it? Core 7. I mean, if they don't banish 7, I draw it next turn. Well, that was, I guess, yeah, that was assuming they get rid of Core. It is funny that they got rid of the Clockwork Knight, though. I'm not going to see that for turns, and they don't even know. Anima. I don't even have a 2 on the field. So yeah, we use this to contact Fuse. 1, 2, and Decide. We'll put that over here. Then you haven't used that, and if you don't control a Kashtira, you won't be able to use it. I have a Cyber Dragon engraved, so they can't stop the activation of this because they would have had to do it preemptively. The only thing that might bait out the Bestial is if I targeted a Light Machine engraved to shuffle it into the deck. But that doesn't feel right. Yep, there's Magma. Targeting the Core. Oh, right, they don't control a monster. That's unfortunate. They do now, though. Right, what can I get? Discard another monster to summon this. I'm tempted to do that. It doesn't put out as much damage, though. Sent to the graveyard. I think it might just be get core. They get a search for a dragon in the end phase. I can't stop that. I actually should have been working out what Cyber Dragon I want banished, because I can pop one of these cards. And so I think I probably have to pop the Birth, I think. This clears over half their life. I can... Yeah, I've got no Cyber Dragons in grave anyway, so it is just going to be banished core from hand to destroy the Birth. And we have a targeted banishment of a Ritual Fusion, Synchro Xyz, or Link Summon. And we can clear our Fortress in the progress, which is the lowest attack we have on the field, so I think that's worth it. We don't have the banished Cafeteria, so it's exactly Birth. Which means... You're not Cyber Dragon. I might be stupid. I needed to get actual Cyber Dragon. Okay, that is going to pose a problem. They get to banish one card. They can clear both the Jizakuru, they can clear the Goldrake. They don't have to clear the Overflow. They only have 27 left, which is not a lot. Oh, they can clear all of them. You attack this, you banish the top three, you attack this one, and you banish that one. Just leave me Abyssal and Grave. But they're going to get rid of that one. They're going to get rid of Magma, which will leave me drawing into Overflow. It's not the worst, but it could be better. Yeah, as expected. So would this have been different? Yes, because I could stop the Cashier Birth. That's really annoying, but it's myself to blame. I get to add a Cyber Spell Trap anyway. I don't have a Cyber Dragon in grave. Nor will I. Do I have banished? I have a banished Cyber Dragon monster, but not an actual Cyber Dragon that is banished. I guess we have this. They know it doesn't mean anything, but we add it. Right. And then they get to banish the card from my hand. Yeah, you know, some duels are just lost. Okay, so I misplayed there, and maybe that... I mean, we would have had Jizakuru still on the field. I think that mattered. Bugger. Right, we'll go for another duel, and then I should get myself another drink. Lose and you'll lose a rank? No, I just got here. You go in second, we're gonna kick your ass, right? People believe in me. I've got the power of going second and contact fusion for Cyber Dragon fusions. That's surely enough. Ignore the fact that it's a 2-card combo that we don't always draw, like in this case. We do have a removal spell and a banish, but that assumes that they're on a light or dark deck. Or even that they play into anything. I mean, I can put Fenrir in the spell trap zone. That's funny. Alright, what did we get banished? Hurts. Would have been a decent draw. Boom. That is an awful draw. I have a spell trap. I actually needed that hurts. If I could have done the hurts, that would have let me Machine Duke to get 2 Sidras. I could have put Anima in the grave. Or I could have put that one in the grave, so I could then search for another Sidra. But as it is, that has not happened. That, on the other hand, is a Sidra. Normal Summon. And I have at least 2 core anyway. Well, that stops that, doesn't it? Okay, fine. Give me a Sidra. Add a light machine. Maxi. No. I am not going to play into Maxi. I simply refuse. Now, clearing up his one monster does possibly open the way for another Fenrir to hit the field. That does stop the Overload Fusion for the moment. So I think I'm going to get just Sidra. No. No, I'll get this. But we'll do it next turn. End phase. Your move. So the idea in this case is Nashta discard the Reaper to just summon itself, then we can Machine Dupe, get 2 Sidras, and maybe we can Fusion Summon. Maybe. Who knows? That does clear the Bestial. Which isn't the end of the world, honestly. Those 2 face downs might be, though. Cyber Repair Plan again. Okay, so I'm not going to discard to play around Strike. We are going to Machine Dupe now. Oh, that works. Let's go. Can I Cyberload Fusion? I think I can in this instance. I can. Is it worth it? It does piercing. Okay, and they don't negate it. 1, 2. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Big boy. I'm not sure if that's the first time we've summoned him. It might not be. I do lose the piercing. And this does lose to many things. But at the moment it's a 4,000 piercer and they have 5,500 left. That's good. so a 1600 normal summon would win me the game. Unfortunate. So if they draw a hand trap per turn, that would also win me the game. Essentially not Fenrir is pretty good. I have a feeling if it was Fenrir, they would have put it down by now. Okay, I think we're probably okay. Assault Synchron. So I could make a 12 in this instance, but it's the same attack and defense, and it then wouldn't have piercing. This has piercing. And that is lethal. There we go. Third time's the charm. You can beat Kashtira, you just need to stop their draw power. And have them brick on all of the floodgates that aren't affecting your plays at the moment. I'm a little curious as to the list that they played, honestly. Yeah, it is just good old Kashtira, right? Love it. Absolutely in love with the fact that they bricked. And we got 2 legacy tickets, so, you know, for the first point, we're just starting off with mass attacks this stream. We've finally been through all of our legacy tickets. Doesn't matter that it shows 2 up there, I said we've been through all of them. We've got Cosmo Queen, which we already have. It's reliant on field spells. That is Heraldic Beast, which kind of tells you most of what you need to know. They did get some new support lately, but said new support is not fantastic. And it destroys itself during the turn it was summoned, which is far from good. Right, okay, on with the next one. And doesn't look like any shinies, but that doesn't mean that we don't have new cards. We have a DDD card. I know that's a DD card, not a DDD, but they're all the same archetype anyway. It's the only new one. Target DD. Increase. If engraved, target Dark Contract, destroy it, special summon this. Banishment when leaves the field. Level 2 Fiend Tuner 4/4. It's something. Right. So, if you guys bear with me a moment, I do need to get myself a beverage, because it is fucking warm. So, be right back. And returned. I decided to treat myself to a little bit of ice in my drink. 3 whole cubes of it. At the moment it's pretty bad, and I think I should probably look at the fan that's in my room, but I've got to do a lot of things about my room. Like, I gotta fix all the stuff that's under the bed. I've got like so much shit that I don't actually know where it is. Kaiju Cyber Dragon, plus Reborn, plus Search for a Light Machine. So... oh, Melfi. Huh. I mean, I can Kaiju the Melfi. Like, that's an entirely legitimate play. Maxi. Can I kill them? Probably not. Right, so we're going to normal summon Core. Yeah, I did just trigger that, didn't I? Hobbit Squadron. Okay. I'm just gonna get Cybernetic Overflow. I'm just gonna poke for 400. We'll keep it easy. We'll keep it simple. I don't need to OTK on the first turn, so I won't play into Max C. Right, so now we definitely do this. Activate this one. Discard Foom, summon. Special for Anima. I don't think they're prepared for a level 12 synchro. I'm gonna hazard a guess they aren't. Huh. That targets A monsters you control. Okay. They might be Synchro 9. I don't know. It looks like they'll we got one engrave. We got one on field. For 9. I don't know what the 9 is. Stellar Wind Wolf Red. Each time another monster effect is activated. Bestial. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Pretty good. Okay. So, in that case, I'm gonna do this one, target this to eat it. We're going to, let's see, I could Monster Reborn for a 7, a 2, a 2 or a 2. I don't have the 11 in here. I have the capacity to make a Link 4. I do have the capacity to make a Link 4. But I then can't do anything else with it. No, this... oh, I can normal summon. Right. So... what do we do? I activate this one. Banish this. Destroy this. I reborn. I'm gonna get the Wolfrayet to my field. Special summon this card from your hand. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Which means that your Jerusalem no longer goes to the grave. Yeah. That's how this works. Your Jerusalem no longer goes to the grave. Nor does this card. Well, no, that card will. But for order of operations, we're just going to hit this one. And then hit this one. This is the hand trap deck by the looks of it, so I'm not too bothered about where we are with it. Anyway, that's another 300. So I've got pretty decent attack, I've got a monster in hand I can get to, this doesn't do anything. I've got those two banished, I've got that in the grave, so if I can get into Regulus, that's not bad. Yamatako. Well, this won't change the defense position, so this one's still fine. You do get the double fusion. Things do start to go to the graveyard now, so there's that as well. You're a beast at the moment, but you're going to turn into a dragon and your effects will be negated. Banish this, can't be short about with card effects. Oh, it's just that. Can't be short about with card effects. How many? Not enough. Drag monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Or monster your opponent controls become dragons. So that would only go to 38. Actually, that would be enough. The obvious issue here. All monster your opponent controls become dragons. Changeable to defense, they cannot activate their effects. It would require this one being special summoned, which then locks me. So, I think... I mean, we just go battle phase. It forces it anyway. You either use it or lose it. And if you want to lose it, that's completely fine by me. You'll move. Nothing's a dragon type anymore, which means you can crash into the Wolfrayet. I could have made a 10 synchro, but I think I like the Wolfrayet more. Especially because, like, I would have preferred this one. Oh no, I should have, yeah, okay, I should have synchro summoned for Dimir. Oh well, 3300 beat stick. Destrudo, which is not doing anything. Now they could have attack hand traps. It is the pure hand trap stack, so I would not be horrendously surprised. I guess they could have even lead me for one. Send driver summon increases level by 1. 7. That's the play. Alright. So let's special summon. Tribute summon. To their field in defense position. I mean, thanks for the monster. I will just get on with that then, shall we? If you're going to be so insistent. I can even bring back Jerusalem to my side of the field. Your opponent cannot banish cards. I mean, who said I was going to? That does get me to Susanoo, not that that's relevant. What is relevant is Yazi. Can I kill them? I think I can. Target, and bring in the main phase, except the turn this was, yeah, okay, so it doesn't really matter, we'll just get rid of this one. Special summon a machine rescue from deck, okay. It very much is the hand trap slot deck, but I think this is about where it runs out of steam. Also, that's a machine. It's an important fact for me, not for you. Special summon for 1, 2. And then special summon 1 from the Banish Zone. All I need to do is get to... I think you'd do it, actually, wouldn't you? I would, actually, which is funny. Because it's then engraved and then turns on my Cyber Repair Plant again. Golden Cloud Beast Malong, first time summon. So we're going to do this to banish you, and then we're going to do you to, what, up your level by 1? Drop your level by 1? I don't know. But I'm doing it. It's not like you can do anything. Like, you just have the trap engrave. Anima, and then Cloud Beast for game, which I don't think is a particularly common said sentence. Chandraglyph falls to the battlefield. That's kind of funny, actually. I like that. It makes sense, but it is rather funny. Yeah, pretty much the hand trap stop deck. Oh no, okay, hold on. You have like an actual normal summon line. If normal summon, special summon a level 3 or lower Sea Serpent from deck, you're just summoning another body. It's just a copy of itself. For what, SP? Because that's all it is. I think it's just making SP. None of the rest of those are Sea Serpents. Well, win's a win. Turns out our deck can beat the hand trap stop deck. And we have some legacy packs that we can pull from. Let's do it. 4 packs this time, not the highs that we've experienced previously of 10. Shinato. Not a great ritual monster, but I do like him. Nightmare Penguin is fine in penguins, right? Horses gain 200 if flipped, target 1, return. Yeah, that's a fine card for penguins. Okay, and 2 master packs. Which gives us, 4 times as many cards as those legacy tickets we opened. Fire Fist. That's hero support. Yay. And that, okay. Banish 4 heroes, target hero special it. Yep. That's a hell of a card to try and pull off. Okay, so what about the next master pack? Surely you get less duplicates and get something that's worth pulling. Because we couldn't be on session 151, like, well over 450 hours into this thing, and still pulling a majority duplicate cards, could we? Despite having less than half the card base. Goes hard in stun. I don't think we have another Morganite, but this goes hard in the stun deck. Because you just activate this. Monsters you control can make up to 2 attacks. We have Moon Mirror Shield, and because that's a once per battle, it's always winning combat. So you just, you know, use this Moon Mirror Shield, and there you go. You can just, like, very slowly whittle down their field. If your monster battles opponent's monster, battle damage is doubled. Banish this and Morganite. Then face 1. I'm not sure if we have the other Morganites. And the artifact is, like, neat that we got a new one, but it's not, unfortunately, it's just not relevant. Yeah, we don't have any of the other Morganites, which is a shame, but it does work out in stun. Can't activate monster effects in hand, but I can just, like, you know, Kaijus, Kashtira. I think Alpha, that's also a summoning condition. So yeah, we've got ways to use it. Although you'd probably just rather actual board breakers like, you know, Raigeki, Dark Hole and such. The 3 ice cubes were a good decision. Raigeki Dark Ruler with a Cyber Dragon. Huh. Fua. I am not summoning during your turn, so I appreciate the discard of a card. Right, well there's Rota, which means you can fusion summon later in the turn. You've just got to do a little bit more to do it. One of Draco Tail's traps is a spell negate, so I reckon I might start with the Dark Caller. Okay, it's a while since I've seen that card. Is it worth running in Draco Tail? It can't be, surely. Wait, was that Phimina? Okay, so I have a fusion summon on my turn as well. And you can just recycle both of these. Okay. They're getting the Fualos back. Fualos only works if you control no cards. Set a spell trap, so in theory, probably the spell negate. Nope. They want to continue fusion summoning. Target faces spell negates effects, yeah. There's Phimina, and there's Fua. If you control no cards, you will at minimum control this. Like, Fua is just fusion material, and you're making a link to Verte. I don't like where this is going. Hand deck or field, so you just use from deck. You get the other 2 traps, and then Dragoon, because you're a fun and entertaining opponent. Is that what you want to hear? That was from Anne. So we got Phimina +1. The other card in hand isn't a gnome. One Draco Tail from your next deck using... I'm a little confused. Hand tackle field, why didn't you just use that? Nah, they were... I don't think they meant to do that. I think they were hoping for something different. No, that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to make it Dark Spellcaster. So they do have Dragoon. There's Brand of Fusion. Their turn has not even began to begin. I don't know. And you can send Draco Tail so you can get more resources. I think I hate this with every fibre of my being. The only thing I can say is Sanctifier hasn't currently set up a lock, but it can be destroyed. They have Dragoon. That will be an issue. That doesn't actually need you to control the Draco Tail. So they still have Disruption. And they just managed to add a Draco Tail back to hand as well. Just for good measure. That's not a Light of Dark Banish monster. Right, they have to negate this, so we're going to go with this one first. Yeah. Oh, and you just get even more advantage, yes. Right. Right, Geki. I can't really do anything with 2 4s. Nor can I actually do anything with the 8. Destroy it, yeah. Well, do you make Dragoon now or do you make him later? It's not much of a choice. You just put Inverte back or something. No, you're putting that one back. Okay. Special summon 1 Fleet Field. So summon Albaz to yours and summon the other one to mine. Your monster does die. So they give me the floor. That goes back. You have to put one on the bottom of the deck. Then this wasn't actually on the field, so you can't fusion something with it, and you don't have anything to protect it, so bye-bye. I now have a 100-point Thua. And it summons back a non-fusion Draco Tail, and there's the Dragoon, which kind of fucks over literally everything else. There is not a single card I can use to beat Dragoon by itself. This targets to vanish. Yes, yes. The fucking everything targets. That was an aspect that I'd forgotten that was extra fair about Draco Tail as well, the fact that they can just recycle Draco Tail cards from the graveyard to draw cards. I may have forgotten about that one. Might have to add that to the script, TM. That is definitely happening at some point this century. I have actually written something that I think I'm happy with. But I do just need to kind of like get to recording, get to like the editing of it, because the editing is going to take me the longest bit. The recording is probably not all that long. Because just like the voice lines and everything, but it's like for the visual gags or like the audio gags I want to do, I've got to find that media or make it. either or. Well, maybe your connection is a little too unstable, and maybe you just blink out a little, perhaps. It'd be real nice. I'm not summoning on your turn anyway, much less from the deck direction. Maybe they do just quit. Opponent surrendered. Any idea what they were on? Because I do not know. Sure, they had, like, accessories and everything, but it could have been anything. Heck Hand. We don't have great matchup into Heck Hands, as we found out. Like, if I can kaiju the one Heck Hand monster so their counter traps are off, then we have a chance, but it's actually a pretty rough duel, as we found out. Alright. 3 whole packs. Pretty much all cards that we have before, and none of them relevant. 2 master packs then, which hopefully do a little bit better for us. Okay, doesn't show any super shiny cards, but that's not a problem. We can get some normal and rares that we're missing. I lie. We can only get ones that we already have. It is the rules of the game at this point. Can I, like, write an official complaint? I know that it's technically gambling, and, like, they don't have to have an equal chance to get every card, and, you know, the odds are what the odds are, right? What do you mean that's the second copy we have? I mean, I guess I'm happier that we have one in the first place. I am much more disappointed by the fact that we got duplicates again. I don't have the entire card pool, you know? Does it show how many cards I have? It doesn't. Card history, bookmark, card list, match generate. You know, I don't have a way of actually looking at my card, like, total, you know? The same way that they do a kind of like a Pokedex style thing for specific archetypes, they should do a Pokedex thing for like the whole game, for the full cards database that you can just check from the deck builder screen. It would be so much better than me having to try and scroll through all that. I should put that in the next survey, or at least in the document so that I remember to put it down on the next survey. Well, we chose second, we got a Kaiju, we got a Cyber Dragon. And once again, the opponent is led with Fool Us. Once again, I'm not summoning on the opponent's turn. Primate. What do people expect with Shock? I guess the thing is they can't use it on their following turn, and they probably know that they don't need a discard. But, like, it feels weird. It probably does just make sense. So we aren't actual just, like, pure Primate. Primate Fusion to make the Primate Dragon. Primate Dragon who says, 1000 attack, negate the effect to equal to the number. Less than or equal to. You don't currently... have a normal. Oh, there's... Okay, there's one. Then you could tribute the Labradorite Dragon. So I can't stop them from... negating the effects of face-up cards on the field. I can attempt to eat an Ash Blossom. Or something like that. That works. What else do you do? Normal monster from your deck in defense position. I think I do just summon Core. At the very least, it gives me a Synchro 7. We've got a repair plant in hand, don't we? Let's get ourselves another one. I even think that we don't have it. No, that's not going to work. Destrudo. Target to summon. They can banish the Destrudo. That is very much a play they could do. They could also just negate the effects of my face monsters. They're going to banish it, but it returns to the bottom of the deck. In sequence. Since when was it in sequence? I thought it was either or. Well, that's kind of screwed me over. Just a little bit. Well, now that I know that it's in sequence, maybe I have to pay more attention to the fact that I have a copy. It does rely on me drawing it in a deck with normal monsters and playing the correct kind of type attribute combos of normal monsters for the metagame. Which, against Cool Tune is nothing. There is not a correct combination. Go in second. Against Draco Tail, I guess it's just Dragon. Kaiju, Sinful, Clockwork, Cosmic, and a Banknote. I like the hand. Unfortunately, that's going to make this very difficult. I just want to check 60 card. Just want to check, because for some reason these are the most consistent decks known to man. I hate it with a passion. EM Turtle. Why would you be playing EM Turtle? That's an awful card. Like, congrats, you get a Banker Battle Phase, but in terms of like a 60 card deck, that's not anything. I can banish Necroface. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? Banish Necroface. I don't think I have anything that's better off in banishment than they do, but on the other hand, it gets rid of some stuff, yeah, just preeminently, so I'll take it. We've got Cyber Dragon in banish, which is okay, the Destrudo in banish, which is bad, and the Druid Swarm, which is fine. Rank 8. Zombie Vampire, maybe? Yeah, it seems like it's pretty much the go-to. You put a Cyber Dragon in my grave. No. You didn't put a Therian in my grave either, but you did put our Gyro. And Raiden. We're going to be here for a time, apparently. I got a search in the end phase though, and I've got an okay enough hand. The issue is they're just going to be able to get to another Sarcophagus next turn because they control the field spell. If it was just the King Sark in the Spell Trap Zone, that would be a bit more manageable. They might make Titan. If they make Colossus, that's not actually so bad. So it's lowered by 700. It's gonna... I don't know if it's gonna come up, but just say it's gonna come up. Yeah, there's Colossus. You can just Kaiju over, or put in the back row. Either or. I have lost a good count of cards from my deck, and not too many Cyber Dragons, only the one, so Contact Fuse looks reasonably likely. Banish 1, banish 2, banish 3, banish 2. Type 1, banish, okay. I do still get the search in the end phase, so that's neat. Also, all of this is just powering up Cereboros for when I definitely summon him TM. Clap Serpent as well. Blink 4, I don't know. Blink 3. Or SP. Sprite Elf. Add Wither Bursters, that'll do. Target level 2 or lower. No, target level 2 special. They have a link, so they might be getting Cross Sheet back. You can get that, so you can get another rank 8. They're not going for another rank 8. Okay, this deck thins by 1 anyway. Where is Saranir then? Saranir may be gone. Cyber Repair Plan, that is unfortunate. I would need to get rid of the... just Kiru. As much as this should have been a foreseen thing, it just wasn't. Clockwork. What do you do? During the main phase, you can add a force once from your deck to hand, place one card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. So, if we do this, I'm going to use this to break this one. Oh, you can just add it back. Right. I guess I should have looked into that a bit more. It's fine. It's totally fine. Have that one back to hand. That one back to hand. Right, so I've got a Kaiju something. It needs to go to my graveyard. So I think I want to Kaiju this. Because, yeah, otherwise this isn't going to work. So Kaiju... we... Boldrake for... I think I actually Boldrake for the turtle because I need my battle phase this time. As much as I did just call it a stupid card. Go battle phase. And special a link to, but it's not going to do much. We're just going to clear the Jizukiru. And then... oh, it needs to be a Cyber Dragon. Yeah, I needed a Cyber Dragon. Fuck. That is rather annoying. One Cyber Dragon, that duel would have actually been mine, but unfortunately... we didn't get one of our 9 remaining Cyber Dragons in that deck. As to be why, I do not know, because our deck was thinned down by, like, what, 9 cards? Which puts us on 36, which puts us on a 1 in 4. I mean, I guess that's why it's a 1 in 4, right? But it just sucks. 1 in 4 is such good odds. Compared to the average, you know, chance of drawing a starter. Oh no. Have I just elected to go second into absolute combos? Just complete rubbish. I might have done. I can slightly feel the fan that is going on with the PC. It's providing moderate cooling. Mainly for the PC, not really for me, but it's a little bit. And the ice that I actually put in that drink, that has paid off immensely. As much as the drink is basically gone, it has helped. It only took me 40 minutes, a bit less. Right. Cross sheep. We have a Cosmic, we have a Kaiju, we can Kaiju through, I think, Gem Knight setup. Oh wait, no, the negate is this guy, Hollow Core, right? When I control the Gem Knight fusion, they're going to control multiple Gem Knight fusions. So, once again, this really does depend on the look of the draw. Like a Cyber Dragon... I'm trying to think which one. Probably one of the normal summons. I think if one of the normal summons can resolve without getting its effects negated, we could be in business to do something. But that is if X, you know? I'm not so certain that. Want to link 3. 4 even. Valku. What do you do? Everyone was making such a fuss at the time. During the main phase, quick effect discard, activate 1, destroy, banish this card, summon a light or dark. During your standby, draw cards equal to the different number of monster types, then place equal. That is a pretty heavy thing. I mean, you've got Fairy, Beast, I suspect there's, yeah, there's a Rock. That one's a Fiend. That Hollow Core is also a Fiend. Hyperion. Oh, that is a nice Hyperion. During your standby. Okay. So they're not going to be able to do that now. Like on my turn. Banish, target, banish. Okay. And yeah, it feels like they're going through a lot more fairies, but the thing is, even if it's just like a draw 2 in the standby, that's pretty good. Banish this, target level 4, lower light, straight as a tuner, so that's the same with 4, make Herald. Is that what we're doing? No, Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch decrease. Okay. No increase. Then you summon another Shine Ball. Which makes 8, which makes Crystal. No, it makes Excel, which makes Baron. How do you guys search for 600? What is the 600 point monster? Corridor, so you can do Colossus as well. Dissipator. Get the hierarchy in there. I'm a little confused. Banish this card until the end phase of the use touches the line of grave. Oh, do you have like level 1 light tuner? No, you have a level 2 light monster. I'm sure there's significance there. I guess it does make a link too. Yeah, there we go. It is a link to 4. Okay, an archetype card. treating myself to some truffles that I got for my birthday, but they have half melted with heat. The thing is, I don't think I can find a particularly amazing place for them. I want them up here for snacks, but up here is not safe. Okay, so are we actually going in on counterfeit, or is it just for the fact that, you know, Sanctuary in the Sky works with, like, the agents? There is Divine Punishment. Negate, Destroy, Spell Trap, Monster Effect. And yeah, there's the, you return that to the deck. So there's Colossus as well. You've got a monster, you've got an Omni. I've got a Cosmic Cyclone, which could get through the Spell Trap. Like, I can get through the Omni with Cosmic. I can clear the monster with Bestial. Or I can clear the... Oh wait, no, hold on. You're a monster as well. No, you're a targeting Banish. So... Cosmic first. Just target this, get rid of it. You use it, lose it, one or the other. Fine. Kaiju for the... When your opponent activates a card or effect. When your opponent activates a monster effect. Right. Just Nashta, discard Foom. I want my normal summon. Okay. That goes through, apparently. Surprises me a little bit, but hey. Type banish card shuffle into the deck. Your deck destroy, your opponent's negate the activated effect. Okay. I'm not doing anything, I don't know. Oh. Oh yeah, you can do that. Well. Give me a Cyber. We're gonna add a Light Machine. Okay. So we can either get Jizakiro, or we can get like an actual Cyber Dragon. This card's sent to the graveyard. Okay, so I think we just get those. Because we've used a special summon, we haven't used a normal summon. How many fairies do you have? You have 2. So you're just putting it on the field. It's not a destroy. So I couldn't... no, they could just banish it. This isn't enough to threaten anything. I think I do have to actually Anima. It's not gonna work. Like, understand. It really isn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can get from Grave as well, can't I? Summon. This doesn't do anything, and I can make that. And they just have lethal. The thing is, getting Yugioh wouldn't have done anything. I needed to get myself a Cyber Dragon monster. This is rough. I do like playing stuff that isn't just go first and hope to, like, you know, just stop the opponent in their tracks entirely, but, like, this is just really, like, going second as a Masochist is just really rough. I mean, going second, you know, in Constructed can be pretty rough. Why are we going first? Why would you make us do this? Although I guess if you're gonna do that anyway, the least I could do is Regulus. And that feels fair. Well, so much for having a game plan. They have an Ash, they want me to go first, and they have a standard deck size. One card face down. Proceed, Duelist. I pray you've bricked. Fua. Mate, I didn't summon on my turn. You think I'm gonna summon on yours? It's just MST. Like, what the fuck do you want? Okay, so could you maybe have bricked? Just like a chance. No. No, there's no chance you can break. Fuck off. Of course, Tenpai will open, you know, exactly lethal through whatever you're gonna do. It is impossible for Tenpai, even with all their hits, to actually fail lethal. They will open the perfect combination. Take two. They actually get a 2 for point toss, so go in second. I guess next month I will go back to generators to see how much we can push with them, but I don't, like, the deck hasn't really changed, so it's just about how well they do into the meta. We do have Super Poly in a way of sorts. We have a Kaiju, DDD. I mean, we do have to sit through the combo because there is just every chance that they fuck it up horrendously. I don't think that any of the boss monsters they end on are machines. I think they're all fiends. Market-X, despite saying Market-X, fiend. Yeah, absolutely everything is a fiend. Okay. So, I did just see Joe's ladder climb a little while ago. Average DDD end board. Market-X. Zeus, Caesar. Oh, I can't remember. They had something else as well. I think they may have had, like, Witch or Headhunt. I think it was Headhunt. And in terms of their extra monster, I think they have a fairly flexible bit between, like, High Genghis or just other things. It might be that they have another one of these on the field that just floats when it leaves. Super Doom King, Bright Armageddon, they're playing it. Okay, I can't target their cards with card effects. Get some pension scales. This is going to be a bit of a long one. DDD is not known for short combos. However, they are known for taking their life points down a bit. Mainly in the standby phase, which is not any good to me. I would much prefer it was done in, like, end phase for this tool, but, you know, can't have everything. So that's an Xyz for 4, which makes, I can't remember his name, but Yep, that's the one. Uses effect, and then you rank him up into King Tell, and then you can use King Tell's effect. Or does it have to target a monster I control? No, just target a face monster. So yeah, use King Tell. Then use King Tell as material. Link 3. You can conduct a second Pendulum Summon. You haven't Pendulum Summoned the first time yet. You set your scales, but you didn't actually Pendulum. No, you did Pendulum Summon, so you could be getting a second. I think DDD is a pretty damn cool deck, but it's just, it takes a while to sit through, you know? Opponent activates a monster effect on hand, banish a DDD and a Dark Contract, negate the activation. Do not destroy, just negate the activation. The bit I'm particularly worried about is probably Market X, actually. Or like Monster. Monster card. So, Genghis, Siegfried. Genghis or Siegfried? Yeah. They have a Siegfried. They have 6,000 life as well. There's Caesar, which is going to be able to negate a special summon. That one there is your one with your Deus Ex. You've got a Dark Contract. Have you searched out Headhunt? I don't think they've searched it out, but there's a chance they've drawn it. They have to negate the Raigeki, but I could just Kaiju it anyway. This card's destroy. Yeah, I think it's just Kaiju. Yeah. Out of the way. Let's see. So we do Clockwork Knight now. That works. Normaton. Oh dear. Don't know why I can't use these as material. Oh, because they don't go to the graveyard. Add a Cyber Dragon. Add a Dark Contract, that's fine. So I can Raigeki for like the last two. That doesn't have a thing if it dies. I don't know if this does. If it's a card, then you place this card in the Pendulum Zone. Okay. Raigeki. That works. Then you can destroy a card on the field. Okay, so they get rid of the Chimera attack. I would assume. No. Clockwork Knight. Okay. Dominus. Okay. Negate. Destroy. I don't think you have a trap. Yeah. They do not have a trap. Okay. I guess now we've got a game on our hands, although not really. I've only dealt them 1,000. They take 1,000. I have 7,000. Most of their things are in the graveyard. This one can come back. I do think they just survive and kill me. Like, pretty easily. Which is really annoying, because I put my heart into breaking that board. I kind of forgot about the queen, though. I should have known about that and remembered it. I mean, the thing is, does this... Yeah, it's just destroyed, so it would have counted for battle. Which means I just couldn't get around it. Wait, what destroyed... Oh, you destroyed the Dark Contract. And you just need another 2,000. You can make another 2,000, surely. Yeah, that'll fucking do it. God damn it. That was so close. And so far. It wasn't correct to just Raigeki off the bat. I don't think it was correct to put Chizukiru down either, like, later. I think I played that about as well as I can. Which sucks, but, like, you know, you can't win them all, I guess. Apparently we can't win any at the moment. Going second. And that wasn't a bad hand either, like, we played fine. I just needed it to apparently not be Dominus, or at the very least for my one, for the Queen to not get summoned. I think if Queen wasn't summoned, that would have been fine. Ooh, Valmonica. I don't think this means that we get a win, but, like, hey, Valmonica's, like, moderately fun compared to everything else we've been seeing lately. It's going to be difficult to work through, though, because we aren't interrupting them. Unless they're also on Fiendsmith. We can then maybe cut off the Fiendsmith bit. That looks like Diabel. Yes, they're doing Diabel stuff as well. Pendulum Summon. White Forest. Fucking whoop-de-doo. I like Valmonica, but I'm horrendously sick of White Forest at this point. It just feels like a spellcaster pile that you can just merge with any other spellcaster deck. Send this. Banish this card from your graveyard, but you don't have any resonance counters yet. Look at this. We're gonna struggle. I can turn off the whole Valmonica portion of the deck by literally just banishing like one of these. Because they can't do anything without like both cards in this zone. Although, no, I guess they'll maintain the counters. If this card's special summoned, if... Hold on. So... Elzet, chain 1, if sent to the graveyard, add Sinful Spoils. No, sorry, there we go. Add Sinful Spoils. Yeah, I don't really know. I can get rid of you, or I can like force this out, but I don't think that's worth it. So I think I just get rid of this, which I'm probably on 3 of anyway. Because if I target the 4, it just forces them to bounce this, which doesn't actually force them to do anything, because they can just make the other one. The card in the grave is a tuner monster. It just makes them go into the other 6 instead. What do you do? If you control a white forest, you can special this from your hand, and you see that's why it doesn't make a difference. At all. Because now, even if I had bounced it, so they have like 2 4s and a shoe again, that's pretty much just the same position. Anyway, you pay half your life points to destroy a card, you can do it. Oh wait, no, you need to trap in the grave. You've got a spell in the grave at the moment, but you don't have any traps. Oh no, it's just pay half and destroy. The condition is that you banish a spell and trap, and you've already done that. Send the field spell. I'm not honestly sure they're going to do any Valmonica things. Yeah, they're mega. Like, you add it back to your hand, but it feels like the Valmonica bit is just to get Pendulum Scales for your, White Forest stuff. So far we haven't, the only thing we've seen is the Counter Trap. Okay. You want to take half your life points for the one card? Be my guess. Well, the Counter Trap, it does only need you to control a Link monster, but both the Link monsters, all 3 of them, basically require the appropriate resonance counters to be on the field, and you don't have any at the moment because you haven't taken any damage or gained any life points. I don't even know what I should be banishing. Synchro on using this card. One random card from hand. Opponent's hand. Okay. So, absolutely not. Face down. The rest of everything isn't particularly relevant. I can turn off, like, the Pendulum Scales, but, like, that's the thing, it's just Pendulum Scales. They're probably on multiple of them. And the normal summon of Celatris gets them back to them next turn. Oh, that card hadn't changed for the whole time. Of course. And what did they... Wait, did they use that? They don't have a machine, they have psychics. I can normal summon. Yeah, I think it's this. I don't like it. I mean, they got a quick effect pop, they can just use that at any time. Yeah, that'll fucking do it. Yay. Honestly, like, you can take out the Valmonica cards and that deck is pretty much the same. I was temporarily excited, and the opponent has let me down entirely. Every time I see Ball, I now live in fear of Tailwind bullshit. Previously I saw Ball and it was like, ooh, someone knows about the Wicked cards. Well. Okay, we've got a Hand Trap, we've got Machine Dupe, Clockwork Knight, but that does rely on getting a Cyber Dragon. You aren't guaranteed to get a Cyber Dragon. Magnamut does not a Blue Eyes combo stop. That makes the Link 1. Link 1 gets the Field Spell. Field Spell. Target the Link 1, set the Blue Eyes in the grave. Or you just use the second normal on Maiden, target the Maiden, then you bring back the Tuner, and, you know, you've got your 2 monsters. This is going to be difficult. Okay, they're doing that for True Light first. Should we, like, get spell? It's probably going to be get spell. You haven't used your wishes yet, so wishes. Nope, you've half-drawn wishes. There's Raw, which gets them to 1 Blue Eyes, and I think 1 Blue Eyes gets them to 2. You're on Cool Tune Blue Eyes. How about you take a rather long hike off an extremely short cliff? Like, pretty please. Now they do still have a second normal summon, which they can use for the fortune. And they also just have Belt, because they're the better player. I don't know what to tell you. Now what does Rotary do? Rotary stacks my deck, right? Place 1 card from your opponent's graveyard on the bottom of the deck, or look at your opponent's hand and then add Cool Tune. So it's already add a Cool Tune. Okay, you haven't used either of these effects yet, which means you can do that. Okay, at the very least it's not the Magia. Small Mercies. First Synchro 9. That's the wrong one. Are we on bonus Synchro 9s and Blue Eyes now? Are there other things that people are doing? But I don't understand what the relevance is unless you're using that plus the Croco. I expect it's that, but it's Croc Dragon, that makes Baron. But we're still down like the actual Blue Eyes part of things at the moment. I'm a little confused. Okay, there's a 10. It's Cool Tune. They're using Blue Eyes as a starter for Cool Tune. Is that what I'm hearing at the moment?